US President Donald Trump has said that the United States has seized a sanctioned oil tanker off the coast of Venezuela, calling it the largest such tanker ever seized. The move has raised oil prices and sharply escalated tensions with Caracas. Trump, who has been pressuring Venezuelan President Nicolás Maduro to step down, said when asked about the oil that the US would keep it. A video posted by US Attorney General Pam Bondi showed helicopters and armed personnel actually boarding the vessel. The tanker is believed to be the VLCC Skipper, previously sanctioned for Iranian oil trading. It had recently loaded 1.8 million barrels of Venezuelan crude and transferred part of the cargo near Caracas before the seizure. Now, maritime authorities in Guyana have said that Skipper was falsely flying the country's flag. The seizure comes as the US increases pressure on Maduro alongside a series of US strikes on suspected drug vessels in recent months that have killed more than 80 people. So, Aditya, we are seeing this fresh news that's coming in. US has now seized an oil tanker off the coast of Venezuela, and it's saying that we are going to keep the entire oil barrel that's present there.
Well, absolutely, Shivani. Indeed, there's a major confrontation now happening between the United States and Venezuela. Now, President Trump has confirmed the seizure of the oil tanker of Venezuela, and this will definitely to escalate the tensions between Washington and Caracas. Amid the U.S. has alleged that the Venezuelan government is involved in the narcotics trafficking, sanctions evasion, and support for foreign militant groups. However, we have seen in the recent days President Trump had acknowledged the operation and publicly had offered that if Maduro wants to escape, he can escape, but definitely he didn't heed to Trump's statement over that. And now, some press statements have also come in that after dealing with Maduro, the U.S. has also dealt with the Venezuelan president. And interestingly, Israel has also come in this picture, and Israeli government has said that if the Nobel Peace Prize winner becomes the president of Venezuela and Maduro is overthrown, then Israel will also establish relations with Venezuela. So indeed, there are a lot of now international countries that are coming into this conflict between the U.S. and Venezuela. According to the U.S. officials, the seized Venezuela oil tanker was identified as a skipper, which departed Venezuela around December 2, carrying approximately 2 million barrels of heavy crude oil. So indeed, at this juncture, it needs to be seen how further will this escalation increase between the United States and Venezuela.
Absolutely. Stay on with us, Aditya. We have a response from the Venezuelan government as well. The Venezuelan government has accused the United States of blatant theft after it seized a sanctioned oil tanker off the coast of Venezuela. The Venezuelan government stated that it would defend its sovereignty, natural resources and national dignity with absolute determination. The government also added that it would denounce the seizure of the tanker before international bodies. This statement came after US President Donald Trump confirmed the seizure of the ship that sent oil prices higher and sharply escalated tensions between Washington and Caracas. So, Aditya, obviously we saw how US actually sent in those helicopters. There are military personnel going down on that oil tanker. Venezuelan government has stated that it will do everything to protect its sovereignty and national dignity.
Well, absolutely. Venezuela's government said in the statement that the seizure constitutes a blatant theft and an act of international piracy. And it continued, and I quote, under these circumstances, the true reasons for the prolonged aggression against Venezuela have finally been revealed. It has always been about the natural resources, our oil, our energy, the resources that belong exclusively to the Venezuelan people. Earlier speaking at a rally in Caracas, Maduro urged citizens to act like warriors and be ready to smash the teeth of the North American empire if necessary. So, Maduro has been in power since 2013 when he succeeded Hugo Chavez after his death from cancer. So indeed, at this juncture, there are tensions tensions are, expected to escalate even further. And, to our knowledge also, let's add that Venezuela has the world's largest proven reserves of oil, and although years of mismanagement and corruption have done severe damage to its oil industry, oil exports remain Venezuela's main source of revenue. The main customer of Venezuelan oil is China. Shivani.
All right. Thank you so much, Aditya, for all those details. That's it from us on this bulletin. We'll see you on the other side of this commercial.